Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start, I would like to thank Ms. Hardy for organizing this event, Forrest for that incredible introduction, the band for that amazing performance, Mr. Westman, my advisor, for always being here for me and helping me so much throughout my time here, Ms. Rexhouse for helping me get an internship this past summer at Hassenfeld Children's Hospital, and my parents for supporting me in all that I do. For some of you, the story that I'm about to tell will seem unrelatable. I'm eternally grateful for that. Though what I do hope resonates with you is the lessons I was forced to learn as a result of my childhood experiences. These lessons have created the person I am today and made me a better man. Regardless of what aspect of your life, I hope you will see the benefit of what I will speak to you about. My story began as just another day, walking home from soccer practice, when I developed a serious amount of leg pain. Quickly, I was rushed to the emergency room and within hours diagnosed with leukemia. I was 4 years old. Confused and frightened, the world as I knew it changed. My carefree days with family and friends dissolved into a daily battle with medications, doctors, and nurses. I remember my parents by my side when they first placed the Metaport above my heart. It didn't hurt, but the cold metal circle protruding out of my chest felt incredibly foreign. This was the moment my 3-year journey with leukemia commenced. Though it was simply a vessel for me to receive medicine, it felt like my path into the unknown. For a 4-year-old, I had a very regimented daily routine. Every day started with an intense regimen of prescribed medications and review of my vitals. Following that, I'd be whisked off to the hospital for chemotherapy, inserted through my Metaport. Finally, I would travel back home to my New York City apartment, where mainly I was confined for the rest of the day and still subject to constant monitoring. Growing up as a true New York City kid, the place became like my playground. You could always find me running around in Madison Square Park with a bag full of chalk and not a worry in the world. That soon became a place out of reach as I stared down from my apartment window. No sports, no climbing, no park, no subways. I felt alone. With limited options and with my parents' encouragement, reluctantly I began to explore other things to occupy my mind. Music, acting, recreating scenes from movies. Those were the paths I took to create my own universe during my confinement. Pillows became my mountains and carpets were my fields. Beds were trampolines and the bathtub was an ocean. That was my life for years. It's how I mentally and physically battled leukemia. Eventually, with the hard work of my doctors and my parents' support, at the age of 7, I was clear of the disease. My Metaport was removed. I felt free. I ran to break out from the apartment and rid myself with all things associated with my confinement. No more art projects, no more music, no more acting. Anything associated with leukemia wiped out. However, it did not take long before I was confronted with the surprising truth. The playground was wonderful. It just did not take me to the same place as my music and acting. And that's when the light bulb turned on. All along, I would count the days to break free and get back to who I thought I was supposed to be. I could not see that I was already who I was meant to be. Leukemia did not change me. It put me on a path to discover who I am. That moment of realization is how I lifted the restraints of cancer. As of July 29th, 2022, I have been cancer-free for 10 years. I am not sick. I am not resentful. I am grateful. Who would have thought that something positive could come from something so negative? I found myself, I found my path, and I found the strength to overcome any obstacle in my way. Finding myself and my passions have allowed me to branch out and explore new things, like finishing an internship working in the children's music therapy department at Hassenfeld NYU Langone. This was the same hospital where I was treated. One of the things I learned during my treatment was how to play the piano. Though by no means am I amazing, it's one of the things I truly enjoyed. Subconsciously, it became a form of therapy. Therefore, I felt it was my turn to help a kid create their own form of therapy. When doing things like campfire sing-alongs, it was evident how much of an impact I could have on their lives. This was incredibly empowering. Music was one of the ways I created my happy place, and I hope my work helps someone else come to that same realization. Moreover, this story is an anecdote for finding comfort in your own world. I had to learn to be comfortable with my past to be confident in the present. I had to learn that it's okay not to be the same as everyone else, and I learned to appreciate what my upbringing did to give me perspective. Learning this allowed me to give back in a productive manner. Though my story is an extreme way to gain this new worldview of self-confidence and stewardship, I hope to show you the applications it can have on everyone's lives. The most important thing is to trust the process and trust in yourself. It may be hard, you may never want to. It's important to embrace your individuality. And because contrary to what society makes you believe, that will make you happier, stronger-willed, and finally help you on your journey to being your own best friend. I saw what my life was like when I tried to escape my past by ignoring the passions I discovered. At first, it felt like that was my escape from being different. But not being different came with a hefty price, losing a piece of myself that I love. Those hobbies became metaphors for embracing who I am and not attempting to block out the hard things that I went through. Finally, breaking down that barrier boosted my confidence exponentially and helped me understand who I truly am. Embracing who you are doesn't come at the expense of your way of life. It comes with the opportunity to feel secure. So my final suggestion is, be who you are, embrace your differences, because those are the things that bring success into your life. Thank you.